Well, hello there. Welcome to the Kiki channel. Today, I want to give you new witches and warlocks and wizards and conscious people and woke people and just brand new people who finally just like, oh man, you tapped into that larger world and now you are going to be prone to do some things. And so I'm going to give you some tips on, I guess, what to do and what not to do. So for all you newbies out here, this video is for you. And for all you guys who are seasoned, this video still might be for you. We'll find out. My first tip will be to remember that your spiritual practice is personal. Yes, you have been awakened to new information. You are now like your mind has been blown and you want to tell the whole world. You want to tell everybody around you and they don't need to know. Who are they? Your spiritual practice is personal. Remember that. Not everybody's going to see things the way you see it. And it's up to you to allow your spiritual practice to be the proof in the pudding. You know, transform yourself and grow so much that people start to wonder, hey, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? That is when you can start sharing. Prior to that, it is why. Come on. That's just an ego fulfillment thing. Your spiritual practice is personal. All right. So now you don't have to change your wardrobe. I get it. You might like it. You might be looking at me and be like, well, you got locks. My locks were not a spiritual proclamation. I didn't want to comb my hair anymore. All right. Yes, I understand there's all kinds of like magic behind it, but I was like, this is just a logical thing. I have coily hair. My hair naturally locks this way. This is what it was going to do. I was just helping it along by organizing it and realizing I didn't have to pick up a comb. All right. That's what this is. This isn't a deep situation. Yes, I understand. I've read all the great things about it, but yeah. I wear regular clothing. I'm not putting my stuff on display. You don't have to change your wardrobe. Now, if you want to change your wardrobe, and start wearing bracelets and necklaces that you never worn before and leather and beads and all that and crystal this and crystal that, and now you want to wear only organic cotton and whatever, that's up to you. But I'm just saying you don't have to change your wardrobe. It doesn't reflect that you're doing any work. It just kind of looks good, I guess. So remember, it has actually nothing to do with you progressing as a newly awakened person on a path. You're just playing dress up. Okay? Next, read plenty, but use critical thinking. Read the books, get the books, read them, enjoy them, study, but use critical thinking. Remember that people who wrote these books were people just like you. They had experiences and they said, hey, I want to share this with other people. But remember, they are people. They might have biases that are present in that book that maybe you don't realize. So they might be leaving out things because of their biases. They might have all kinds of personal issues. They might have had traumas that have not been resolved, and somehow in writing that book, they are avoiding talking about certain things or not expressing certain things appropriately. So use critical thinking. Begin to look at the full picture of stuff. These are regular people writing books. A lot of them with great intentions, but they are not perfect. You are not perfect. So have critical thinking when you are reading these books. Not everything is fact. This is inspiration, motivation. It's nice to know that other people are thinking. This is something, they might say something that really expands something that you've been pondering, but they are people. Google is your dumb friend, all right? Okay, what I mean by that is, you ever have that really kind of like dumb friend that like will throw out stuff and they know some things and you're just like, but yo, that's not exactly the full story, but they're kind of confident. That dumb friend, Google is your dumb friend. They might know a lot of stuff, you have access, but it doesn't mean Google can't tell you the intelligence behind it. A lot of times you might Google something and get information about it, but you have to be able to put things together on your own. You cannot rely on the things that you find on the internet as completely reputable sources. Your experience is tantamount to anything else anyone else says. So it's your friend, but have some caution with it. And you love it. It's a great resource. You like spending time with it. But remember that you are the one that actually has the information. It really actually comes from within. A lot of times what happens is that when you research something online, it helps to affirm what you were saying. Just like watching this video might be affirming something on your path, but your path is your path, okay? Get hobbies. Oh my goodness. Please get hobbies. I'm not talking about collecting crystals. Like, no, for real, get hobbies. Go roller skating, learn a new dance, start collecting ships or something, learn how to knit, you know, have real human hobbies. Your identity, it should not be wrapped up in all this like spiritual kind of stuff. Have social groups that you're a part of that have nothing to do with your spiritual practice. I mean, they might have some kind of like connection. There might be a cool person in there, but come on, you know, get some hobbies. I've done things like hula hooping. I love to dance. What else do I like? I like cars. I like horses. Get some hobbies, people. Have interests and pursue those interests. You are alive. Life is for the living. You do not have to fully immerse yourself in the sense that all you know is spiritual stuff. You only know spiritual people. I know all kinds of people. I have all kinds of experiences. Get some freaking hobbies, because this is going to really reflect how you have relationships. And this is the next point. Beware of trying to solely date people who are spiritual or woke or conscious. Because here's the thing. You are still alive and people have things that they like to do. And a lot of times, as people are still figuring out who they are and finding out who they are, that whole spiritual conscious stuff gets really, really messy. Half of the people who are just having the awakening of spirituality and consciousness, you too probably need to go to therapy. You have some stuff that you're working out. You probably come into spirituality because of all the things that you were seeking to heal, and realizing that spirituality and a formal way of dealing with a healing process, those things go hand in hand. And if you have confidence in your spiritual practice and you go into a therapist's office, you will find that out really fast. So I have to say that you need to be aware of that, so that when you pair with someone who also is who thinks they are the witch and the warlock and the wizard and the spiritual one, they've changed their name to some kind of like Sanskrit kind of name, and you are drawn to them, realize that they still got the same kind of human issues that you do, and the relationship isn't much better just because now you guys are lighting candles together. Okay? Have some hobbies. Be aware of that. Look for people who are more well-rounded, who worked on healing. They may not be into what you're doing, but remember, it's a private and personal practice. You don't have to force this onto someone, and someone shouldn't be forcing their practices onto you. If in your relationship with someone who might be woke or conscious, you find that there are times where you want to come together and share your spiritual practices together, that is absolutely beautiful. And it can be done on special occasions, but realize that you still should have a full life. You should have friends, you should have things that you do. But hey, this is a cool thing. Join groups with like-minded people. Have groups where you still are nurtured in your spiritual practice, but still, this is important, you're encouraged to go your own way. Okay? Find groups like that, groups and such that they're not trying to get you to think one way, that promote you being creative, promote you exploring the things that excite you, but also, of course, you can talk about all that woo-woo stuff and feel good in all of that. And you're not trying to put it all on your close friends and your partner. Realize that there's a world for you there too. So on top of your hobbies, on top of a healthy relationship that you're seeking to cultivate with not just your partner and your family and your friends, you have a group of people where you can just totally dive into all that spiritual woo-woo conspiracy stuff. So have that part of your life existing, but realize you are a full being, having a full human experience, and all that stuff doesn't have to get thrown away just because you learned a thing or two. All right? I hope that really helps and helps you kind of ground yourself in this process. And yeah, hallelujah, hala magic, iyo bunya, and I'll see you next video. Bye.